you out. Whichever one has champion that you want to work on. Each day we'll probably stick to one champion so that lens doesn't change, right? So that it keeps as many things constant as possible. And just share screen once you're set up.
Yep. You gotta go to Discord.
I think you can do it from here. Yeah.
If anything, it would just be Fiora for now, because that's one they have me play often.
Okay. Move this over. All right, so for today, what we're going to do is mostly in-game knowledge, being able to assess things as quickly as possible. So under first goal, I'm going to say gathering information in-game. And the biggest skill that we're going to do is in between right-clicking. Every time that you set for an auto attack, I'm going to ask you about something on the map.
Okay.
All right. And that will also give us a chance to practice this relationship of me being in your ear while you're playing.
Sounds good.
Let me see, I've got you full screen. Alright, so right now I want you to get perfect CS. First wave.
Great.
You can do whatever you need to do to get it.
Perfect.
And what I'm going to be doing is the sort of thing will be like, what time is it? I'll say, where could the jungler be right now? Stuff like that will be the types of questions.
Okay.
Alright, so as you hit this one, I want you to get the time.
1201.
Where's the jungler?
I don't know where he started, actually. Could be near top side.
Good question.
Wolves to the race.
Okay, if he started blue, and went Gromp and Wolves, where could he be right now? Or presuming that you know he started blue, but you don't know what he did next.
Could be near the Raptors into the red buff.
Okay, what would be worst case scenario for you?
If he was coming for a gank right now.
Alright, just pull back, get your ward out. Come back here, you're like, I'm losing a CS. That one missed step going forward rather than going to ward right there can be the difference between getting ganked in this situation. If we were creating like a slow push, we'd be able to stack it up and push it in under a more controlled scenario, but we want to make sure that we're covering the worst case scenario.
Right.
Especially if we're in the position where we're the carry for our team. A lot of times they're going to give us lots of information to work with. Alright, jungler is spotted bot.
Okay, so I can start being super aggressive top side.
Yep. What time is it?
325.
Which scuttle do you think the jungler is at?
Should be at the bot one right now if he was bot last.
Mm-hmm. Alright, which wave is pushing?
This wave?
Yep. Or which waves are pushing in your wave?
Oh, their mid is pushing to ours, and our bot should be pushing towards us.
How about this wave?
This wave should be the same thing, so. Actually, our mid's gonna push towards them, I think.
Alright, go peek. Find a chance to go look.
Push towards them, so.
Pushing towards them? Mm-mm. Look mid again. Okay, it's close. Yeah, yep, you're right, actually. What's the next wave gonna do to that?
Next waves is probably gonna push into us.
Yep. How long until their minions get to your wave?
So the minions get to our wave. Now.
No. Yep. That was the one where you'd have to look at your own minion wave and see, or look at the time and know that it would be crashing normally at 4:35. The waves here crash at 35 and 05 is when they meet the middle.
Let's see.
All right. Grab a plate. Good. Nice max damage. All right. Is midwave gonna rebound?
Yeah, after it hits the turret, it should.
How do you know that?
I was looking at the map.
But like, what are the factors you're looking at?
Oh, if their minions are hitting our turret, or if our minions are being hit by the turret, or their minions are being hit by our turret, and when our minion wave is gonna catch up to theirs.
Mhm. Now it matters if it's big enough, right? If it's not big enough, if it's a cannon wave, it'll always be big enough. But if a cannon wave's hitting the turret, then it'll always take. I mean, I say always, almost all the time. It'll take long enough for the turret to kill all the minions that your wave will gather under and push it back out. All right, I want you to create a slow push, crash it in, and get another plate while also getting all the CS.
Okay.
How many minions are bottom?
Our minions are at their turret right now.
How many minions are there?
Fuck. 7?
Eyeballing it? Nice.
10?
I want to get used to getting some. You should be hitting the turret right now.
Oh.
Right. If there's minions taking turret aggro and there's no one here, then you can always take plates while you're waiting for last hits and then bounce back on it.
Okay.
All right. After you get the next last hit, I want you to count how many minions are bottom.
Okay. Like through the map or just
No,
looking
no.
at that?
Like clicking.
3, 6, 7.
So it's cannon
So
wave
around
going
7
down.
for them.
Yep. Now you also could have done that a different way.
Mm-hmm.
It's what time is it?
7:18.
So was it a cannon wave?
Yes.
So is it going to be a cannon wave down there as well? So
Oh, so I could have just checked my own lane for that.
you could check your own lane, or you could just know the time.
Oh my god.
So
Right, because
at
all the minions spawn at the same time.
2:30, 4, 5:30, 7, 8:30, 10. These are the waves crashing in, the cannon waves.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to write that down and think about that.
It's well, the rule is every third wave
Mm-hmm.
until 15 minutes, then it's every second wave until 25 minutes, and then it's every wave. So it's you can just kind of eyeball it, knowing that later, or you could memorize all the times. So memorizing all of them's a little, obviously faster, but it's not hard to say like, oh, was this a cannon wave? Is it after 15? Okay, next wave is X.
That is really good to know.
Good, good job getting hits in. What time is it?
8:38.
Where are there more minions in mid?
Mid, we have more minions.
Is bot gonna bounce?
Bot's gonna bounce after it hits the turret. Shoot it in this wave, not the next one.
I want you to get to 94 CS by 10 minutes. By whatever means necessary.
Gotcha.
Can you do it? Can you do it? This was the challenge.
No, I don't think so.
To get there, you would have had to proxy the last wave and then take Krugs. Would have probably been the most efficient way to get there. But it's good. I like that you went and said, I'm going to go charge ahead and do it. Sometimes when you're looking at item breakpoints, especially if the other person took a back under turret, for example, you have the luxury of stepping up, proxying the wave. You get your gold 20 seconds faster than you should, and that means that you actually get to take your back in time to come challenge the wave. All right, one challenge to see how well we've done with everything so far. I want you to make the wave push towards you and freeze it by
Towards me.
12:30. By 12:30, I want it to be frozen. All right, so the goal is going to be 9 minions on your half of the map.
Wait, 9 minions for half the map?
On your half of the map. Good job collecting this. That's smart. Good job. Very nice. Good job getting that last hit at the very last moment. Some of these last hits, and this is being very picky but exact, you're hitting them at the lowest health, but there's nothing actually killing them. Two of these minions died that you hit, but nothing else was aggroed on them.
Try to wait, but like, it's so confusing, sir. Damn.
Now, this was going to be a trap. Do you remember what I told you about the state of minions and how they behave based on turrets and levels? So why? Good job not hitting that one. Why did your wave push in there, even though you pulled the wave like you've learned?
Because I'm a higher level than the enemy?
Exactly. So your minions are significantly stronger than theirs. So the only way that you're actually going to be able to create this, and this is what made it a harder challenge than at face value, you needed to create a stacked wave under their turret, and then they would have had to basically get 2 waves crashing into yours, and then they'd be big enough. So it was a very tough challenge, but it was occult. The difficulty was hidden.
So if I just had a stacked wave under their turret,
You actually,
for another wave, then it would have frozen?
yeah, you had it. You had a big wave go in there, and then you started hitting all their minions, but that was the one that you had to let all their minions just hit all of yours, right? The whole time you can be hitting the turret, and that would be fine, but all the minions that you were hitting was taking away from their total wave HP bar. All right.
Yeah, I figured I would just have to do that thing you showed me to actually like freeze it.
All right, port bottom to the furthest furthest advanced minion. The one that's tanking the turret is what I meant. My bad. I should have said it. I said it in the wrong way. So you just use the minimap for teleporting?
Yeah.
Okay, that is the fastest way, but sometimes you want to just double check. So instead of TPing on the map, just left click once, make sure that that's the same spot. And if you don't move your mouse, you'll know exactly what you were looking at. You still can TP immediately after, so like that fast.
Oh, that's cool.
But you can also potentially see, oh, one of these minions is taking aggro, the other one's not. I can preserve the aggro under turret. All right,
Right.
good stuff. How many items can you buy right now?
Could probably buy 1 and 2 components for an item.
Okay, which ones? Let's say you're going
Oh,
against Camille right now. What are you buying?
Camille. Fuck. Yeah, I have no idea. No clue.
All right, well,
Some
let's say it's just you. Doesn't matter who the opponent is. What are you buying? Standard Fiora.
Triforce? Sunder? Something like that. I heard Sunder's good.
Well, I mean, you tell me. What would you be buying?
Most likely Triforce.
Okay.
More comfortable with that. Actually, no. Sunder, because I've been told it's really good.
Sunder is good. Sunder probably into tanks. Um, the highest performing items are actually Stridebreaker and Manamune.
Stridebreaker and Manamune itself.
Yeah,
Or not
Manamune's
Manamune, Stridebreaker.
Manamune's probably going to be nerfed because it's doing way
Mm-hmm.
too much damage right now. But basically every caster should be taking Manamune over Seraphs, but that's another story. Manamune is overtuned. All right, so if you were going to buy um, Sunderer, what else could you push out
Mm-hmm.
for?
By Sunder, I would have, let's do 2,000. Buy something for like 2,700. Or close to it.
So what would it be?
Not sure. Boots, most likely.
Yeah, so you got 1,200 more.
Yeah, Boots and Tiamat.
Tiamat. Okay, awesome. All right, you good. Crush this turret and then jump out. Ooh, that was slightly bad for your push. You encouraged
Yeah.
the turret to hit your minions by letting them walk up a little bit more.
Not sure how to force them to go forward. That kind of happens a lot, where they're just out of range for the turret shots.
Yeah, once you basically, if your melees are hitting their ranged, then your melees are going to be getting hit by the turret. Just about always. Good damage. Nice job. All right, I want you to do one combo. Let's see. Do you have 80 mana? Yeah, you do. All right, I want you to auto E reset and Q to get the second half of your E faster.
So auto E reset.
Auto EQ.
Like that or differently?
No, we need a Q. Auto EQ.
Auto EQ.
So the Q resets your autos, right? So does the E.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get auto EQ, where your E resets your first auto and your Q resets the.
Like that?
I'll have to check in slow motion. You might be too fast for me. It looked right. The idea is that you're getting, instead of waiting for the second half of an E, which is your most damage that you deal at any point, you're also
Mm-hmm.
adding it to your Q. So by going auto EQ, you get the most damage in a burst. It's more than Q auto E. It's the most.
Interesting.
Don't quite have enough to do it under
Probably
turret.
done that like without thinking about it, but yeah, I'm just waiting for the extra mana.
Yeah, most people go auto Q and then auto E, right? And then they wait for the
Mm-hmm.
next auto Q. But the auto EQ is actually the fastest, but it risks your Q canceling the first half of your E. Right? You'll still
Wait, can
get it.
cancel the E?
Well, it won't cancel it, but it will. So your E is an auto attack, your Q is an auto attack, and your auto is your auto attack, right?
Yeah.
So if you go EQ without ever hitting something
Mm-hmm.
with your E, then it's like you missed an attack. I will try it on
Mm.
Grop again, and I'll see if I can catch you a auto EQ. Nice, fantastic.
Okay.
All right, jump out. All right, how easy was it to listen and talk and analyze or get whatever information you're looking for.
Well, lifting was easy. Just responding back was the more hard part because I had to actually like think.
Right, yeah, you have to process
But
it
yeah, that was really good.
and then tell your brain what you're going to say back while figuring out the answer and then communicating it while also not screwing up the task at hand, which was getting last hits. Um,
Right.
which, if you had to guess, how many last hits do you think you missed by like 10 minutes?
Couple. By 10 minutes, like I had like 90 CS, so I would have missed 20 or something like that. I think I missed like 13, 27 by 10 minutes. You know, you can get like 110 minions, I think.
Not without cheating.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's so if you're mid laned, for example, and after you push cannon wave kind of doesn't count because it takes extra time to kill the cannon. But the other
Mm-hmm.
two waves, there's enough time if you're someone that can push it very quickly, like an Anivia post level 6, you can push that wave and then go get raptors. And then come back, push the next wave, go get the other raptors. And you can do that twice to get an extra 16.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Oh,
virtually impossible in a competitive game to get over 100 because people are challenging you. You have to take your back, and even if you had a perfect back, teleported back to lane with two long swords, a dagger, and your Dorn's blade, it'd still be very difficult to get 100. And I think actually the highest CS at 10 minutes this year in the LCS was 99.
oh
So,
wow.
and that was, and it very quickly scales down. Very few people had over 90, but Hunter had 99 once, and that was it. But like, you need to be in a farming lane where it's like I'm trying to get every last hit. Neither one of us really wants to challenge each other. We're never missing a last hit to harass
Right.
or anything like that. But that can be its own challenge. I think you did well. I think you did well giving me answers, especially eyeballing the state of the game. Um, Getting used to what time it is and what that means will be important for your macro knowledge in the top lane, at least for laning phase. So, what are some of the things that, what are some of the timestamps that matter in top lane?
Oh, it was like 3 or 4, and then you also said 7,
All right,
and
so I
then
guess quiz. What time are the cannons?
cannons. It was like 3 different times. All I can remember is 3 or 4, 7. It was either 7:15, and then I think you also Can Wave might have also spawned at around like 12:05.
Okay, so the every X waves has a cannon.
Right,
What?
yeah, every
What?
3 until 15, then it's every 2 until 25.
Yeah. And so, what time does the first wave get top?
First wave gets top,
Yep.
like 2:15.
Nope. It's that's about the time of the second wave.
Oh,
The you get a wave top at about 145. We call that the 130 wave because it's we use the timestamps for mid for
mm-hmm.
when like all the other ones. It hits mid and then 12 seconds later it hits the side lanes.
Oh,
So it's but essentially it's the 130 wave. So every third wave would mean when's your first cannon?
the third wave. Would it be at 4?
Nope, sooner than that. Waves crash. Waves come every 30 seconds.
Oh, so 30, 60, another. So 2:30.
2:30. All right, when's the next one?
2:30, 3:27, 60. 4?
When's the next one? Four's correct.
5:30?
Yep. When's the next one?
7.
Next.
8:30.
Next.
10?
You got it. Um, and that's something that as the game goes on, those timers matter less and less, but they matter a ton at the beginning For example, do you know when exactly you hit level 6 if you get every minion?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like when you hit level 6, if nothing else happens, do you know when you hit level 6?
Is it around 10 minutes? Or is
Nope.
it before
Way
then?
before. Way before. Let's jump into game. We'll do another one. We'll get information about experience.
Okay.
This time I want you to put a bot into the game so that the minions behave a little bit better.
What kind of bot?
Let's say who hasn't changed in forever. Amumu
Okay.
and intermediate. Just it doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter.
Wait, was that not
No,
intermediate?
it's okay. Doesn't matter.
Oh. Yeah, intermediate.
I just don't want it to like sit at turret. I don't know if beginner bots just like stay at turret.
Hmm.
I don't think
Probably.
they do, but so I want you to be aware of when you're going to hit your levels and then use that information to tell me when Amumu's going to hit levels.
Okay.
Do you know when you hit level 2?
Level 2, that's on the... Is that at the end of the first wave for top laners?
It can be if you kill a ward.
Oh.
If you kill a ward, then you'll hit 2 after the first one. I'm going to show you another trick. You're fast forwarding. Go mid.
Okay.
And this is something that you get kind of secret information on. The first minion you can share the experience on, and it won't slow down the mid laner's level breakpoints. But
Really?
if you share it, you'll also hit 2 on the first wave up top. So this is a way to cheat level 2. So I want you to
How are you
focus.
supposed to share the minion?
You're just both here
Hmm?
for it. So right now it won't matter, but just kill this first one.
Okay.
Now go top.
And then go top?
Mm-hmm. So this will get you level 2. And because of the way that minions
Hmm.
behave, they'll always attack each other evenly, and so you'll never miss level 2. It might be a little bit of a stretch getting all the CS. And there are matchups where this is good, matchups where it's bad. Someone like Renekton that has a bad level 1, but a dominant level 2, it can be a viable strategy. It's a little bit tricky to implement, so I won't make you do that, and mid laners might spam ping you, but it might be something to look at with your team, especially if they're trying to get you to be huge.
Oh my god, wow. Yeah, that would definitely catch a lot of people off by surprise.
The important person to not catch up by surprise would be your mid laner.
Yeah. I mean, he'd probably be down for something like that.
Oh, I would. If I were mid lane, for sure, I would help you get that first minion so you could get up top quickly, and then go get it. It's on someone like Teemo that wants to harass a lot at level 1, you wouldn't want to do it, for example. Right, someone who likes to
Hmm.
shove the wave. Alright, what minion did you hit level 3 on?
The range minion. Right?
Well, in this case, you were slightly early, but it was. Well, I don't know what you hit it on this one, but normally it would be the third minion of that wave.
Let's see. Should
It'd
have been
be
the
how soon until you
range.
hit 4?
Maybe like halfway? Oh, no.
Yeah, it actually comes up pretty quick. Alright, what level is Amumu?
He should be level 4.
He just dinged it.
Or just getting there.
Okay. So that's the difference. That last 2 range minions is the difference in sharing that experience. Alright, when are you gonna hit 5?
Gonna hit 5 at the end of the next wave? Or is it
Let's
this
see.
wave?
Let's see. I want you to observe it. Who do you think is going to hit 5 first, you or Mumu?
Should be me. Oh, he hit first.
Yeah, you push away a little bit harder. Alright, what minion did you hit 5 on?
The ranged minion.
The range minion. And now, if you hadn't shared that experience at the beginning, you'd have slightly less. So you can either hit 5 by killing all the ranged minions or by killing the cannon.
Of the next wave?
Of the wave you just hit.
Ah.
Right, so at the end you weren't quite 5 and there were 3 ranged and a cannon left. You can either hit all 3 ranged or you can kill the cannon to get to 5 in that situation.
Oh, cool. So because of the XP that I got from Midland, I was able to like.
Yeah, you got it 1 ranged minion early.
Oh wow.
You also ding 6.
6 out of 5.
So this is the biggest advantage. You hit 2 early and you hit 6 before this wave. Normally you'd have to wait till minions in this wave to get 6. And normally what happens if you get a favorable back and you lose, let's say you have normally to hit this 1 minion to hit 6.
Mm-hmm.
How many minions can you lose taking a back and still hit 6?
6 is what you would lose, right?
Well, let's say you just get a great back where the cannon is going to tank most of the shots under turret and you're able to walk back to top lane. How many minions, if you lost, how many minions would you not be able to get 6?
I lost like from the wave that I was supposed to get 6 from, or from
Yeah,
any of the waves before.
no, any of them, it doesn't matter. At any point, if you miss X minions, you miss level 6.
Oh, whoa. It's a whole new concept I had not even thought of. So wait.
Let me rephrase this. Normally, you are going to hit level 6 on the first melee minion of the cannon wave at 5:30.
Right.
If you miss 1 melee in that wave, could you still come back and kill a melee to hit 6?
So if I miss one of those minions, then. So if I miss the first melee minion, is what you're saying, right?
Right. If you miss 1, you're still okay.
Okay.
If you miss 2, you're still okay. If you miss 3, though, you're going to be potentially in a situation where they're going to hit 6 while you're trying to hit ranged minions, and they're 6 off of your melees, and that can be huge. Right? If that's a Renekton you're playing against, for example, you're dead. Right? If they know that information and you don't, they can win the lane right there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
All right, let's hope that the minions don't bug out like they did last time. Reset the game.
Okay.
Remember last time that they just like spawned and died for no reason?
Yeah, I was weird. Wait, so we're gonna take them CS
No,
one?
we're not gonna do the mid one. Actually, you know what? Because I want you to get the timers. Why don't you quit or do win the game for this and then restart, just so we get really good timers on your
Okay.
on your spikes.
Right, gotcha. find the exact one.
Uh-oh, you alright? I'm going to write down in the back, in the second page of the sheet that I gave you, I'm going to write in game 1 notes, I'm going to do level spikes. Level 2 is 1 wave plus 1 minion. Do you remember what level 3 was?
Level 3, it was... No, I don't.
We'll look for it.
This one.
So we probably don't have 5 or 6.
5 or 6. 6 was like 5:30, right?
Yep. So how many waves is that?
In 5 minutes. Oh, how many waves? That would be...
I'll give you a hint. It's the third cannon wave
Right.
that's coming at 5:30.
7 waves?
Almost. It's third, third, and third, so the 9th wave is the cannon. So it's the 8th wave. It's 8 full waves plus some amount of minions. But we'll go through all of these, and we'll write it down so that you can have fast access to it. And this sort of thing, while you're getting used to these spikes, now you're a very talented player and you outtrade people and you're quick at leveling up. But if you have the information of, I know that he missed 1 minion even, and it could affect your ability to say, I can actually challenge for this minion because I know I'm going to hit a level and I know he's not. And it lets me take a trade that's otherwise unavailable to me.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to count the waves, and you're going to tell me X plus Y. X waves plus Y minions equals level spike. That's what we're keeping track of.
So I'm gonna count track of the wave I'm on and the minion I've killed?
Yep. So this wave will be 0 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for example.
Okay. Oh, okay, I get you.
So it's like full waves. It's like writing the dash through a tally mark when you have 5, you just like cross through it.
Right.
And that's what we're doing. We're doing a set. A set plus however many minions. Alright, so when are you going to hit 2?
The very first minion, right?
Yep.
Next wave?
Yep, 1 plus 1. Alright, rush 2. I need to get it fast. Alright, so 1 plus 1. Level 2 is 1 plus 1.
Mm-hmm. So 2 and 2, right?
Yep. Alternatively, it can be or the cannon.
So it could be the Sooners or the cannon, right? Okay.
So if you for example brought minion dematerializer, then you could spike 3 quickly.
I see. Nice. So 3 and 5, right?
Yep.
Or was that not 3 and 5?
It was 3 and 5.
Okay.
You're killing the 5th wave right now.
Yeah. So now we're on set 6, right? Or
Yep, this is
yeah.
wave 6.
Yeah. Oh, so set 5. So 5, set 5 and 4. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you'd have to kill the cannon minion, or could you kill like the 3 melees in range?
It can either. Sorry, that one has to be the cannon. It could be,
Okay.
instead of the cannon, it could be the 3 ranged.
Okay. 3, 5, 6. Is this the 7th wave?
This is the 8th wave. You've killed 7 waves.
Okay. So we're on set 7, right?
Well, it's alright. It's the 8th wave, so 7 plus X if you're going to hit 6 here.
Yeah, 7, 2. So 8 and 1, right?
Yep. And we'll do one more for posterity. We'll get level 7 as well.
Okay.
So that's 9 waves done.
Right.
This is
So
wave 10.
set 9.
Now, getting any more advanced than level 6 involves a lot of team coordination because normally something has happened by now, right?
Right.
You've participated in a fight, or there's been a scuttle crab, or an assist, or you're at dragon, or whatever it is. So, for your purposes, you're only going to need to go to 6 to know
Okay.
up to 6. Did you catch that last level?
Was that 11 and 1?
It was 10 and 1. I think it
10
was
and
10
1.
and 2, but did you get it on the first? No, it was 10 and 3.
Oh,
You had to get all those melees.
melees.
It might have even been on the 4th one. That one I'm unfamiliar with. Again,
So
because like I said, it gets really convoluted once games start going in. It's important for junglers with the paths that they take. They might need to know their level 5s and 6s a little bit better. But for you, normally something has happened. All right,
yeah.
quiz level 2.
Level 2, that was at wave set 2 and 3?
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Level 2 is 1 and 1. Level
1 and
3
1.
is level 3 is
Oh,
this
right.
is to
Level
hit level
3.
3.
So level 3. Level 3 would be
You can
4
pull it up.
and 1?
Nope. Why don't you pull it up on the other monitor? You can fast reference it. Do you have
3 and 5.
2 and 2 for level 3?
Oh, right.
All right, level 4. Do you have 2
Level 4,
monitors,
that would
or
be
do
3
you
and
all?
5?
Yeah, 3 and 5.
Alt tab.
You all tab. Okay.
3 and
Uh,
5, right?
yep. And level 6. That's the big one.
Level 6, 8 and 1.
8 and 1. Level 1, 2, and 3 are
Mm-hmm.
pretty important to know, and you want to get those like down pat because those you can usually fight for just by having lane priority. The other ones start going into, did I take backs? Did he take backs? How many more minions do I have than him? So you can also keep track. This number can extrapolate to CS if you're perfect CSing.
Right.
So 2 waves plus 2 is how much if you're getting perfect CS?
2 plus 2, 6, 25?
Sorry, I forgot which level I was telling you about.
2 plus 2.
No. So
Oh,
two waves plus 2 minions.
right, 2 waves plus 2 minions. That would be 6, 12, 14.
14. 3 waves plus 5 minions. Remember, there's a cannon in there.
Yeah, 6, 12, 18, 19. Plus 2 minions extra?
Cannon wave has. Oh no, it's
Yeah,
3
plus
plus
1, right?
5.
Plus 5. Oh, 3 plus 5. So that would be 6, 12, 18, 19, plus 5. 24.
24. All right, 5 plus 4. This is level 5.
5 plus 4, 3, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, plus 2, 32, plus 3. 35?
35.
What?
Yep, 35. And
Wow.
8 plus 1.
8 plus 1?
Mm-hmm. It might be easier to do 9 minus 6.
Ah, 6, 12. 3, 6, 3. 51?
51. Nice job on the CS, by the way. I was giving you a lot of mental cracking, things that were meant to like give you a lot of challenges, and you're still getting almost all the CS. So props on that. So
Yeah.
on the chart, I wrote your spikes. I wrote in parentheses your CS number if you were getting perfect CS. And I want you to have that on like a flashcard and just have it like
Right.
in front of your monitor.
Gotcha.
And I want you to jump into a game, a normal game, and I want you to just be very aware of the time in game, the wave, and the level spike.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, it's complex. All 3 of those is a lot. So focus on one. If I'm going to focus on one, I'm going to say I want you to know exactly when you're going to hit your minion. When you're going to hit your minion count to level up. But bonus points if you are aware of the time, because that'll be the next thing that we add to this. If you look at it, we'll have a little time. I'm going to put it in open brackets. I'm going to put it in open brackets like this. This will be the time that we expect it to happen.
Ooh. Okay. Gotcha.
A lot of info, right?
Oh yeah. Bunch.
It's amazing like how simple all of it is. Like it's all I don't know. I mean, simple is probably the best way to describe it. But
Yeah, it's
at
basic.
go ahead.
Just things no one thinks about.
But I promise you that the people above you are thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely.
They know by heart, especially like junglers and mid laners. They know the time that people get their level spikes. Why is there a star by set?
Star by side.
Yeah. Scroll down to set. Why is there a star there?
Oh, favorited.
Oh, you favorited him. All right.
Yeah.
I did not know you could do that.
Yeah, it's cool. Favorite for any lane.
Okay. Nice. Just makes it nice and easy to find. Okay, cool. You don't. Do you not have Fiora? You don't have Fiora. Crap.
Yeah, not on this account, sadly.
That's too bad. Normally, when we do these things, I want you to try to use the same champion that we're working on.
Yeah.
To
That's on me.
to remove a variable, or to at least control a variable.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to figure out which kind actually had any of the champions, but yeah, I thought this one had it. That's my bad.
That's right. Okay, look at your runes. All right, what time are you going to, or sorry, what level spikes matter to you?
On set?
Mm-hmm.
Levels 2 and 3, right?
I mean, those will be huge ones. Basically, every lane, level 1, 2, and 3, can decide any matchup. But specifically as set, are you? I guess let's find out about the matchup a little bit.
Lowy. Oy.
So, knowing what you know about both champions, what level matters more to you? Does level 2 matter more to you or to her?
To her.
Why?
She gets E off of me, and regardless if she starts Q or W, then, like, she can deal a lot of damage really fast.
Mm-hmm. So, if you're going to trade, are you going to do it before, after, or not going to do it?
So I'm gonna have to want to do it at level 1, right?
Yeah, your level 1 can be much stronger than hers, especially if you see that she starts Q or W. Um, then you know, like, once it's on cooldown, especially if it's W, you know whether or not she's in range of any of her tentacles. If she starts Q, then it's just on cooldown. If she starts E, then then you know she started E and she can't hit you with anything. So
Right.
basically, at level 1, once she does anything, you've got carte blanche. All right, but like you said, at level 2, she gets to combine E with one of those things. So you have a big advantage at level 1. What would make you have an advantage at level 2?
If she misses her E.
Yeah, really, if she misses either spell. Whatever she gets, if she misses one, all of her abilities need to synergize. So if she misses one, or if she like shows you Q, then you know that you can go in with everything else. All right, what
Switch
matters?
that by
What happens at level 3?
level 3, then I can fight because I have my W up, right?
Are you going? What are you leveling at 1?
I was trying to. Do I go shield or blade, and do I want to run E to fight earlier or Q to run up to her?
What do you think? I want you to make the plan.
With Lowy? I guess E level 1. And then Doran shield just to deal with the damage I'm gonna get.
So the correct answer for the abilities would be to wait.
Just wait, really.
Right. Wait and see. Like, obviously, if something comes up right now, things could happen that you'd want to have your E to flash E on somebody. You could get 4 people that happen to be doing a challenger level invade on the top side, and they could be ganking your ass, and you'd need to have W. Or one person could show up, in which case you'd want Q.
Right.
Right. So if Alawi came into the Strabush right now, you'd be ecstatic, and you'd take Q and just kick her ass.
Really? Hmm.
All right, who gets to be the aggressor in this lane?
I think I should be, but
Yep, you're
if
right.
Lowy can.
She needs items and levels to start pushing and being able to ignore.
Start W? Oh.
There's her Q. So now you know it's on cooldown. So you can just completely zone her off now. She missed a range minion. All right, so she missed a range minion. What does that mean for her experience?
She doesn't get level 2 sooner than I do.
Is it worth missing a minion for CS to have her zoned out of XP?
To zone her out,
Yeah.
I think it would be worth it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
aside from that, no.
It's a huge deal. Early XP matters way more.
Oh fuck.
The trifecta.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it. It was my own bad.
That's right. It's good. We're finding some limits. Good job. Was that a level up W and a cast W in the frame of Tentacle Slam?
I think so. I was
Yeah.
trying to sustain the damage, but I waited too long.
Man, that is a sparkly ass skin.
Yeah.
Good job dodging those. What item did she bring to lane?
She brought the ruby crystal, so she has extra health.
What was her starting item?
Her starting item was a corrupting pot.
How does that affect?
How does that affect what?
Oh, I'll let you finish the fight. I didn't want to distract you too much. How does that affect the way that the lane played out?
Fuck. The wave? Well, made it so she could take more trades. Better, I guess. If I didn't waste my W earlier, I would have killed him.
Yep.
Did he flash? He flashed with Hex Flash, right? Yeah. Do I want to go plated steel against her right now, or do I want to go, like, something else?
What do you think?
I think, yeah, the boots right now. And armor.
All right. So the what I was looking for with corrupting potion, it
Really?
means that in the all out trade, you absolutely annihilate her, right? Because you've got Conqueror. She's gonna be stacking up potions. The longer the trade goes and the longer that it sustains, the more that she's able to regenerate the health that she's lost and the mana that she's lost, and the more likely that she gets a good teleport off.
I do win, like, though, because of my passive, right?
Yeah, exactly. Your passive just naturally does it. She had to buy Corrupting Potion. So this is full on a lane where you can be hyper aggressive. The only way that you really wouldn't want to play it is let's both take 20%. She heals it entirely with her Corrupting Potion. Your passive doesn't really kick in that much.
That's annoying.
Ooh, was it just me or did that not give a hitbox?
Yeah, sometimes they do that, but it's not fun.
That's really annoying. Good. Good dodge. Now, all of the good trades are coming after she misses E.
Right.
Anytime that she hits E, obviously it's going to be strong in her favor. Nice. Very nice play. Good job. What level are the junglers?
Junglers should be both level 6.
Nope.
4 and 5.
An average jungle pace is right about here for your second buff. The more that they go into lanes, If nothing happens, then they get way behind the pace of the laners.
Let's see.
This matters to you as a top laner a lot. Because if the junglers are spending a lot of time, for example, ganking bottom, then you as a top laner, you're going to have a much more amplified effect on the game. Because right now, you have the most levels on your team, and you have more than 20% of the levels on your team. You actually have 25% of the levels on your team. Actually, yeah, you have 1/4. You have 1/4 of the levels on your team. So being 1/5 of the champions, you're actually worth more than that, though. Which is, you know that as a top laner. But the more that junglers are doing nonsense, the more impactful you will be, and the more it will matter that you get all your experience.
Okay. So the more they gank, they get further and further behind, right?
Yeah, if they are successful and they get the kill and they stick around to push the wave, then they go ahead of tempo. So you can actually be, if you're a jungler who full clears the first camp or the first 6 camps, gets the scuttle, goes to a lane, gets a kill, backs, does it again, gets another kill, you'll actually be level 6 at 6 minutes. If, however, you go 4 camps, lose the smite fight for a scuttle crab, pass through mid, nothing happens, you get the other scuttle, you pick up the first camp that you started on and the one that you left behind last time, then you back, then there's a fight in bot lane, so you go to match it, but nothing ends up, if that can happen to junglers as well, then they might miss level 6 by 8. They could be 8 minutes into the game and not hit 6. And if that happens, then the top laner who's hitting like level 9 at that point, who's hitting 8 and who might be like pushing 9 if there's been kills or a lot of action, they you could just be so enormous that you just know that the jungler won't be in your lane. Right? Like if the jungler's been doing lots of action elsewhere, what are they going to do as a level 5 come to the gank this lane?
True.
Like they could, but most people looking at that would say, all right, hell no, I'm staying away from the level 9 set as a level 5 Kha'Zix or whoever it is.
Gragas, yeah.
Nice. Oh, the
That was
W.
my bad. I couldn't W all fast enough. I
Nice
thought
try.
I could flash behind him and get that.
Yeah, you can W and then flash. You can always reposition your W.
Yeah, but I want to wait just like a little bit more so he'd be more enticed.
Gotcha.
Oh no, they get that now.
How should they have dropped this Herald to get all 5 plates? That'll be the last thing I'll leave you with.
Would that have been really under the turret? Or
No. So after the kill, they screwed up getting 5 plates here, and they're probably gifting. I'll let you guys get these kills. So they inted. All right, going for that 5th plate just cost them probably. I mean, that's enough of a swing right there to cost them the entire game. Allow to teleport, their ults, they don't have anything down. You're going to get plates, you got 2 kills. Do you know how bulwarks work?
bulwarks?
Yeah, click on the turret. See those 4 statuses that it has?
Yeah.
One of those is based on the number of plates that have been killed.
I see.
And the more people that are nearby, the more that bulwark defense amplifies.
Interesting.
All right,
Like
and
enemies or allies?
so when they came and took your turret plates, 4 plates died with 2 people nearby. So essentially, there were 8 instances of extra armor and resistances on your turret. So they were trying to kill your last turret plate while it had something like 200 armor.
Oh.
So you saw they were dealing no damage to it at the end.
Right, so they should have just waited then? Or what?
Yeah, you're supposed to. I'll let you finish. It's
Mhm.
sorry, where was I? The bulwarks. If they kill the first two plates, then 4 instances of that armor show up. Then they drop the herald. They continue killing the third plate, and then the herald charges for 2,000 true damage. So the last two plates always fall. Now that plate,
So they should have killed
look at bot wave because you
the
can see it.
third or two.
The bot
Yep.
wave turret. Well, I guess it's gone now. Those plates, yeah, no, don't worry about it. Those 3 plates, right now they're back to base resistances. But if someone comes and takes a plate, it'll
You
gain
block.
armor and magic resist. And then if there are 3 people nearby, it doubles.
I'm gonna have to like look that up later because I have no idea what you're understanding still. But it sounds like, yeah, just more people around means the plates like give more, right?
Well, they don't give more gold, they just become harder to kill.
Yeah, yeah, like they give more armor defense to the.
Yes, yep, for every champion, and then it's doubled if you have 3 or more. And then, so the herald deals true damage. So
Mhm.
if they really wanted to kill all 5 plates, they should have killed 2 plates first, dropped the herald while they're killing the third, and then let the herald deal the true damage. The way they did it, the herald took the first 2 plates, so then they were dealing with
Mhm.
fortified bulwarks for the rest of the push.
Oh, so they had to kill the first two plates or first plate and then the first herald?
They should have killed the first 2, then
Mhm.
drop it, and then kill the third while it's getting ready to charge. Because the first one drops like this, right? First plate is very quick. Second plate is a little bit slower. Third plate's a little bit slower than that, and then Herald does true damage at the end. But if you
I
go
see.
Herald first, then you're going slow for plate 3, really slow for plate 4.
What?
Uh,
I didn't know that interaction worked like that.
I don't know that it's supposed to. I mean, she's unstoppable. Like, I guess so,
Is
yeah.
she? Is there the all?
No, alright, so you must have caught her in the cast animation, which is not long. So I guess, yeah, she gets it when she's casting it. She can flash and remaneuver, and I guess at that exact moment. I did not know that.
I had no idea that that was.
It makes sense, because I guess otherwise you could silence her ult as she's casting it, and it would go on cooldown. So it's just to prevent
Hmm.
that.
That is really interesting.
Alright, who hit 6 first this game?
I should have, right? No, was it Alawi?
I don't know, did you?
Oh boy.
The,
Yeah, Alawi should have hit it first because she was level 6 first. I'm pretty sure.
oh, it'll be a curiosity. I'll wait, look it up after. What were the what was the cadence of this lane? What were the order of the kills?
It was hers first, and then mine, and then I got another kill, I think.
Yep. And then it was only because of the gank kind of caught you a little bit off guard, so
Yeah,
you guys
the
were pretty
gank
close
got
on
me.
6.
Yeah, I was able to deal with her, and then the damage from Gragas. Yeah, Gragas killed me, I remember right after I killed her. Because I W'd late. Or
Yep.
W'd.
What um what are the other people's levels in the game?
8, 10, 8, and 8
How about
on
your
my team. Or
how
the
about
enemy team,
enemies?
I mean. 10, 10, 8.
You're with me. Great job.
Oh boy.
Alright, who wins the all in between you and Alawi? If you both cast and hit all your
Alawi
abilities.
wins.
Yep.
Oh, she dies right here. Oh, never mind.
Got a burster. Good job. Nice shutdown.
She gets away.
Why did she survive that?
She survived it because of her item, the gore drinker.
Exactly. Yeah, she had the gore drinker coming out of the Bardo. And really, I think you included, you and maybe it was the Zed, stepped away. It's like, oh, here's my lethal hit, but she hit gore drinker at the same time.
Right.
So it's only because of the item. This is gonna be the second time you kill Gragas in this fight.
Oh no.
Oh, nice
Just
try.
don't get it.
Nice try.
Bard it's fine. They killed her.
Should be able to get this.
I was waiting for the Bard to like E at any time at all, but I'm surprised he didn't.
You were gonna ult him after Eid?
No, I just wanted to see if he would ever E.
Oh, okay.
Like, even from before over there.
Yeah. Ooh, the tail end. Nice shot.
Should I TP there or should I go for the dragon?
What do you think?
I'm pretty sure that's the lost fight, so I think dragon would be way better.
Yeah, taking dragon secures the guaranteed objective. Also, there's a massive wave pushing up bottom, so you can crash this out, push out the next wave, and then be on at dragon before everybody else.
Okay, so should I get this?
I would get it. There's also, if you wanted to, you are strong enough that you could take the dragon, and then would that wave have sat there or pushed into your turret?
Gragas is there with Lally. Ah, yeah.
So, let's
There's
see.
her gore drinker down. Oh my god, W again. I didn't do it soon.
You're limit testing. You're big. If you had to do it again, what would you do differently?
Probably focus on the Fizz faster and then Gragas instead of the Alawi. She just healed up.
Press tab. Who's the most dangerous?
Dangerous would be Ezreal and Fizz.
Yep. Yeah, just Ezreal. Fizz right now is not a threat, even though he has 8 kills. Now he might show up and have more because he hasn't chopped yet. Presumably he'll have a completed Lich Bane, and for you with no magic resist, he's a big threat to you. But also Divine Sunder is going to deal insane amounts of damage to you as well. So it is often important to figure out, all right, how is the next fight going to play out? Now here's the last thing I'll leave you with, just as an exercise. How would you describe the interaction of a team fight between these 10 champions? Don't answer yet.
What?
Don't answer yet because there's action. I'll wait till you go to base. Or anytime you have free time, basically as you're right-clicking, if you find free time, I would take that, by the way. What I do is I throw that off the screen. You can actually take it and move it.
Probably be a good idea.
That way you don't have to keep on clicking it.
I can't reach her.
Almost. So recalling all the champions and what you got from that tab information.
No, I didn't. We
Running out.
should win the team fight unless Lally gets a good off-all, right?
Yeah, and well, not just like who wins and who loses, but like how is a team fight going to behave?
Oh, well, It's not going to go very well for us, I think, because we have a lot of squishy people.
Okay. And how about like think of it in a sort of vectors way, like the the range of influence that your champions have.
Well, I can CC them a lot, but then allowing Gragas, even though our team can take out the Fizz and Ezreal easily, the allowing Gragas just like mow me down and then mow them down, right?
Yeah, so those two champions could front to back on you very easily.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard for your team to get on Ezreal,
Right.
right? Alistar, there's basically no way he's ever going to get on Ezreal. Lux, I'll let you fight. Lux also going to have extremely tough time getting on Ezreal or Fizz, right? And Fizz is even considered a Lux hard counter,
Really?
just because all the mobility she needs to hit a linear spell that he can just pogo stick. Here, I'll let you see this.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die here. Ah.
Nice shield by the Lux. Bard flash to try to auto attack you.
Oh no.
It deals so much damage.
Yeah, she really hurts. I don't like Alawi's.
Ooh. Bard's trying to hold the aggro for the Fizz.
Hmm.
Okay, they're inting. What would you say is the general shape of the fight? Like, what is their formation?
It's a cluster, really. Alawi just goes in forward and Bard roams around. Gragas roams around, and Ezreal's just from the back.
So they would make like a plus sign with Ally being the middle, or like a
Yeah,
T.
sounds like that.
Okay. How can your team perforate that T?
Like,
So looking at their like optimal formation, right, which you said is Alawi being the front, Fizz and Gragas kind of being Fizz definitely flanking, Gragas being on the edge, ready to belly bop someone on the side, probably not the frontliner, but maybe. But Alawi definitely being the front and Ezreal being in the back. How can your team puncture that line?
I would have to be able to tank the Alawi, right?
Yes, that's one way. How would the rest of the fight shape out if that's how it behaved? If you tanked in the middle?
I would probably get bursted down, and then I'm not sure what else. I don't think our team could have the damage to actually kill them.
And specifically the types of champions you have two assassins
Mm-hmm.
that aren't good in front to back. So the best way for you to win team fights is to get their team to split up. So you want to find out if you actually pivot, if you use a Lowy as the pivot, they're going to win because their whole
Okay.
team can move around and pivot around the Alawi.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zed and Kha'Zix never find a window.
Mm.
You with me?
So do we have to like move Alawi forcefully so they can get to them?
It's going to be tough because Alawi's in front and you can only ult backwards,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can only basically ult Alawi into the Ezreal, but Ezreal can
Right.
just continue to step back.
Yeah.
Um, in this case, your team has a very big problem in that sense as far as like your team dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So, how would you, knowing that your team can't front to back because you have two assassins, they also have an Alawi that is very good against set. Like if you try to dogpile into the middle of their team, that's just fantastic for Alawi. How would you set up your team to have success in this game? If you could coach and tell all five people what to do.
I would have no idea really. Just I guess the assassins would have to like really focus on the Ezreal. Alistar would have to also tank the Alawi and Gragas with me.
Yeah, in reality, probably not even team fight.
Really?
Your
Just split
team,
push?
yeah, your team should be a split push team.
Mm.
It should be Lux has enough gold to wave clear, although she didn't do well, but she still has a kit that can wave clear very easily, right? Her E can clear waves pretty easily, and if it's cannon wave, E plus ultimate should clear the wave. So basically, you and Alistar are bodyguards for Lux while she wave clears, and Kha'Zix and Zed go to side lanes and split.
Mm-hmm.
Because Alawi is awful into split pushers, right? Your Zed and your Kha'Zix can choose to dip and duck out of the fight and dodge around, where she needs people to kind of be there and go toe to toe, which is exactly what Set offers. So you want to be.
So wait, would it have been better for me to split push? To
Um,
try to force the Alawi away from them?
if you're playing, and this is a solo queue thing, and I tend not to get into it because you're playing for a team, and I think that matters more. But I mean, climbing is important. If you were directing this, you'd probably want to avoid team fights. Try to get your team to
With
split,
Kha'Zix?
but it's Kha'Zix and Zed. Like they can't be the ones that are there babysitting Lux, but you can,
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So they
right?
would split push, and then I would stay with Lux to keep her alive, and
And
they would be
basically,
able to have a push.
between your Titanic and her E, you should have no problem clearing waves. And then Alistar's there
Mm.
to knock away the Fizz if the Fizz dives in or whatever.
Okay.
Now they have a couple tools against that. Ezreal has a global Bard, can long distance engage and potentially ult the three of you and have five people jump on top of you. So they do
Right.
have some means around that, but that's what I would say if I had built this team and you're playing this team in a game, you can maybe convince the five of them to go into split push,
Hmm. I see.
and it might affect the way you build. But that's for another
Hmm.
time. That's just a little thought exercise to get
Right.
used to
Gotcha.
the like formation. A lot of times you can describe your team as like an arrow or a spear, or your team can be a shield, or your team is like a sword and a shield. You can kind of
Mm.
picture what your team's formation looks like, and then compare it to what their formation looks like. And sometimes you just see a weakness. But that's
I've never really thought about teams as like formation wise. That's interesting.
it's I mean that's getting into your team, right? When your team is playing, that's the sort of thing that matters. Um, and that matters as far as like, let's say you're sieging. The most common thing is when you're sieging, especially for like Baron or for
Mm-hmm.
fourth dragon. How does your team set up? How does their team set up? How to how does whichever team gets there first? How does the other team break it? Who's the poking team? Who can break the siege? What tools do they have to puncture your defenses and those sort of things? But
Hmm.
that's for another time. Um, everything you get today, it's on that sheet. We're gonna add in times later. We'll build on this on Thursday.
Okay.
But just being aware of as much information at least until level 6, um, so that we can find openings, find chinks in the armor, cracks to break. That's going to be our goal with
Gotcha.
this, is to get information that we can use, but really just to train our brain to be very aware. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, then. All right, great job. I was really impressed with how you were able to keep your CS even while answering math questions that were like you had to like figure it out. You had to count waves plus minions plus cannons plus X, right? And you were giving me the right answer and still getting all the CS. So I was very impressed by that. But that's but that's
Glad I could do that.
yeah, man. All right, I'm going to sign this out. You should play